You understand? Igbo man does not apply sit in the office where AC are blowing them and they are taking bribe using pen to siphon Nigerian resources. They don't do that. They don't do that. The Igbo people does not do that. They stay under the sun. They work 24 hours under the sun. These guys will go to power status, go to Igbo man does not go and carry application and apply and give me job. They don't do that. Still, look at you now, the jealousy, the wickedness, the attack, the homophobia that is going on against the Igbos in Lagos. So, what is the justification for that? You are the one that will go to the office, you sit down from morning till night, you use pen, you siphon all the whole money. But somebody is on the street, 24 hours, staying under the sun, hustling.
Destroyed it because Tinubu or because Peter Obi is a rival of Tinubu. What is the take as a rival?
Yes, let me just tell you, I keep on explaining it, Lagos State was not part of Nigeria ab initio. Lagos State become part of Southwest, after all the manipulation known to them. And we know very clearly, that Lagos is an island, and Lagosians name themselves as Lagosians. The Igbo people has been here 13th, 14th century when it was just, a colonial bloc. So when there was they were registered our presence there, right from a Butemata everywhere. And remember too, it was an offshoot of Igodomigodo. This is an extension of the Benin Empire. Forget all these things they are talking about. We know, everybody knows the truth, But no matter how you look at it, history has been bastardized in this part of the world. It's a creation of the continuation of the British agenda against the Igbo people anywhere, any day. But you can see that every point in time, this agenda keep crumbling. We saw it very clearly during the election. PWB has become a major force to reckon with. This is a man who everybody underrated. Nobody see anything coming out of him. If you understand, people are even asking, can anything come out of Nazareth? But for now, everything that PWB does is being seen as an attack on the federal government themselves. We know there's an orchestrated plan, given the way the housing system is being manipulated here in Lagos, and of course the plight of Igbos in terms of squeezing them to a very extortive, tax-driven agenda. So the Igbo nation must understand why the Igbo people this is not the first time, no, it was illegally done. There's outcry that this must have been carried out by the Fulani Arab Yorubas. That's what they call them. We know them by their names. People like Bayo Ononuga, we know them. These are Fulani Arab Yorubas. When they carry out such jihadist attack on Igbo properties in Lagos, people are beginning to question the rationale behind that. Whatever it is, was it legally done, or was it just to create a kind of attention where people want to see the reaction? And probably there's an intelligence report that PWB has already picked the coalition ticket, a candidacy, and the only thing they need to do now is to look for a means to sabotage his consciousness, and maybe trigger him from. But PWB is a leader who has a lot of shock observers around him as a man of integrity. He will look at those things. He will take notice of it anyway, and the world is watching him. PWB is a powerful figure globally and nationally. He's been known. So the people are working, and thank God that his presence there will attract global attention. Let the world know whether actually, there was a legal process to that. That is one. Two, why would somebody's property be destroyed without, a court order or processes? So all these things, we look at it, you begin to ask yourself, what is the constitutionality of being a Nigerian? What actually makes you a constitution? Is Nigeria a banana island or just a zoo? That's another factor we are looking at. So PWB's personality is not the brother they are targeting. It is PWB. They are actually targeting, and you can see what happened, and you can see the reaction of the man, matured, concise, cute, focused in the way he approached this kind of one of things. And remember, it is not just an ordinary property, and this is a manufacturing hub. It's a company that houses a lot of employers of labor within that space. So for me, I think it is victimization, of a sign that definitely this is the man. Let us see what he's going to do. Is he going to declare cessation of Igbos from Lagos, or what is he going to do? Because no matter how you look at it now, Peter Obi has become the political figure of the Biafran nation, the political figure of the Igbo nation, the political figure of both the South and the Southeast currently now. He is the man standing for both regions. And anything that he says now becomes, something that people will want to put on the table and look at it, whether they're going to fix it or not. But the thing is that it happened in Lagos here, where they have over 53% population, over where they have 43% investment. You understand? And they pay the highest tax. They contribute. Forget that Lagos State was the former capital before. This is was the former capital before. But I can tell you, in all honesty, all the resources that have kept Lagos to where it is today, whether it is cosmopolitan, whether it is metropolitan, all the resources that kept this where it Lagos to the standard, or suburban area. Yes, Lagos is not a developed state. Lagos is a suburban area. Igbos contributed 99% of what Lagos is today, and they know the truth. But you keep on seeing those people who are actually working hard to make Lagos work are being victimized. Go and listen to Delefa Rotimi, and you understand. Igbo man does not apply and sit in the office where AC are blowing them and they are taking bribe using pen to siphon Nigerian resources. They don't do that. They don't do that. The Igbo people does not do that. They stay under the sun. They work 24 hours under the sun. These guys will go to power status, go to Igbo man does not go and carry application and apply and give me job. They don't do that. Still, look at you now, the jealousy, the wickedness, the attack, the homophobia that is going on against the Igbos in Lagos. So, what is the justification for that? You are the one that will go to the office, you sit down from morning till night, you use pen, you siphon all the whole money. But somebody is on the street, 24 hours, staying under the sun, hustling. And at the end of the day, you go there and destroy his or her property. That's the thing, what a lot of people are saying. All these things are built up, to the realization of the first Jewish state in Africa. And there's no two words about it. And that's the fact. And that is where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have stood. That is where we are celebrating somebody like Simon Ekpa. That is why we are talking about, the need for Biafra. And look at Gowon now. Gowon said that when they were in Aburi, he slept off. He didn't know whether he signed Aburi Accord or not. These are the kind of, I don't know how to describe them. A whole former head of state saying that, that he slept off while the Aburi. People should go and watch that video on Today TV, on media, and find out, how come a head of state slept off in a conference, in a meeting like that, where the situation needs to be brought under control. And that is exactly what is happening here today. Lagos State is a state, that was built with Biafran resources. That is the fact. Biafran resources, crude oil money. They definitely, go and ask them, they definitely deprived, created South, manipulated all manner of things to make sure that the Igbos are squeezed to a corner without having access to the waters. So they can say, there's no how they can give them support. There's no how they can give them airport. And that is the game. Why is it that the Yorubas are always pretending over the truth? Or if they think, that normally, if you come to the conquest agenda, in all ramification, that they are not mad, nobody can match the Igbo in terms of everything. We are not in the government. Still, they will not allow us to breathe. We are not in the military. Still, they are looking for us to join the military. We are not in the police. Still, they are looking for us to kill. We are not joining them in siphoning the crude oil money. Still, they will not allow us to have light. Then, they said there's no space for us in the government prostata. Then, we went to the sun again. We are on the sun every day and daily basis. Still, everything that we gathered, They didn't want us to have it back home. Let them continue to demolish to the extent they will start demolishing themselves. If those who are unknown soldiers, according to Fela, they are unknown soldiers, government cannot identify them. Osomolu cannot identify them. The government of Lagos cannot identify them. The Speaker of Lagos cannot identify them. The Commissioner of Police in Lagos State cannot identify them. Nobody can identify them. Then what did Fela call them? Fela called them unknown soldiers. That is who they are, and that is what they represent. And this is a direct signal to what we are talking about. The identity of the I tribe is not questionable anywhere in the world.
But should it be, drag these people to human rights or to African courts, or to, if possible, to the ICC? A lot of people saying let him drag them as regards people that perpetrate this evil act. I should drag them, but do you think that is the right step?
People can never be distracted by whatever they want to use against him at the end of the day. Peter B was saying this thing is a direct attack on him. Whatever his brother decide, thank God they were not able to take his brother's life at the end of the day. Yes, he should continue to seek justice. That is it. If that building can be singled out, that particular building can be singled out for destruction, owned by his younger brother, then there's more to it. As far as I'm concerned, this is not a place you go. Nigeria is not a place you go to the judiciary and you are sure of victory. Nigeria is not a place you go to the police, you are sure of victory. Nigeria is not a place you run to and seek justice, you're able to get justice. Nigeria is a place meant for the Jews. He said
Nigeria is a lawless country. And Nigeria is finished.
If you say you use the word lawless, it's even a credit to them. This is total banana jungle, according to Woloshenka. Nigeria is a jungle where animals eat animals. That is the picture, and that is the signal. It is like for them to know at this point that is time that I look at people a place like Babylon. There's no Babylon again. No man is an island, and that is the picture. No man is an island. What we are seeing today, the Egyptians we are seeing today, you might not see them no more. What we are seeing today, as whatever it is being called, can turn to, see, these things can become, a desolate land. That's what the Bible says. If they tell the people of Medjugorje what is happening to the people today, if they tell Gowon that the people he fought for will come back to destroy him, he will not believe it. That's karma. Let them continue. Yes. Let the Lagos State government pretend as if they don't know what is happening. They don't know who went there to demolish the building. They don't know, and the people don't invade somebody's privacy and begin to bring it down without court order, without any process. It's a direct attack, and we know where it is coming from, and it's a direct signal of what is to come, and the clear picture of what we are talking about here in Nigeria. We're good?
I already have it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah?
Okay, sir. Thank you. Just go.
Just yesterday, just on Sunday, I came back from the US. And my younger brother told me an agency wants to see me. And I saw him yesterday on my way to Abuja. He said to me that the land, the company land, Nest Food Limited, the land they own for over 10 years, probably over 15 years, belonging to them, that some people just jumped into it and said they're the owner, that they have caught injunction, and that they're about to start demolition. I said, okay, we go to court. That they won't demolish it without having proper documentation and everything. But yesterday evening, he called me. He said they removed the roof. They brought 3 tractors, 2,000, demolition everywhere as fast as they can. And I said, no. I'll leave Abuja this morning. Let me go there personally. He said all effort for them to enter there, they will refuse to even enter. And they've chased out the people who are living there. So there's nothing they can do. Last time I came from Abuja, we first flight this morning from Abuja, drove to this place, asked the people, who authorized it to demolish? They said they have cut injunction that the owner gave them. I said, who is the owner? They said they don't know the owner. They just gave them. I said, who is the owner? They said they don't know the owner. Can I see the cut injunction and see who the owner is, the person who is now claiming is sued? They gave me the cut injunction. The cut injunction explicitly said unknown person. How can you sue an unknown person? I said the land belongs to you. A land with property. And within yesterday and today, it's demolishing property. Look at it. They've removed the roof, they removed the thing. Okay, give me your proper documentation, demolition orders, because even if you want to demolish the house, you go to the state, they give you order to demolish, give you appropriate documentation, bring safety people and them, so that we know we're doing what is now. It's only while I'm here now that some people came and said they are safety order. What kind of country is this? How do you descend to this level of rascality? How can you show a known person? Enter somebody's land and everything. I've been here for 4 hours. I've not seen one person who comes and says, I'm the owner. 3 people or 2 or 3 people have appeared. Are you the owner? No, I'm not. But I'm acting on behalf. I said, so who is the owner? No name. They've not called the name. I said, but you know my name. I'm Peter Obi. I want to know the next person. So I can even approach him and say, please, this land belongs to a company that my brother is the majority shareholder. The country can't go on like this. We're looking for foreign investors. We're looking for investors. But look at how local investors are being treated. Is that how a country can thrive? This level of lawlessness, this level of rascality.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You can see the equipment that are here. You can see things that are here. Nobody could remove anything. Is that how I come to work? They just came suddenly, started demolition. You know, if my brother didn't have a brother like me, they would. He wanted to enter here. They say, no, you can't enter. We have cut injunction. What about cut injunction that allows somebody to enter into another person's property? They freeze him for removing his things and everything, and demolishing everywhere. What about cut injunction is that? We are finished with the country.
There are people who are, what I call, I won't use too much grammar because a lot of people are watching, mothers are watching, grandmothers are watching in the villages. People who out of cowardice and self-hate think that Nigeria somehow can be won. But all of you know that Nigeria is an Islamic country. I'm sure you're aware of that. All of you also understand the intentions of the Fulani. Oh, if you want the presidency, you have to work for it. Tinubu, you must work for it. How is Tinubu working for it? You must condemn anybody who comes out to speak against our people in your forest. That is what they are doing. Some of you don't understand it, but we do. Some of you do not understand what is happening, but we do. And that is why we are here to tell you. The real terrorists in Asarok, they have dropped them. And now presidency is telling you, you cannot touch them. But these are people killing people in Yoruba forest. No, you cannot touch them. A whole presidency. To tell you that every Fulani man is in on this. Their foot soldiers are Mieti Allah. Have you all forgotten that they gave Mieti Allah 100 billion? Have you all forgotten? No, typical Nigeria, nigger. Have you all forgotten? So you've forgotten that this so-called presidency, Garba Shehu, gave Mieti Allah 100 billion to come down to the south to give peanuts to useless monarchs and traditional rulers, so that our forests can be taken. Have you all forgotten? Oh, you have. Of course, you're in the zoo. You've forgotten. Did they give 100 billion to any other organization? Did Asorok give 100 billion to any other group? Why would a government give 100 billion to a bunch of terrorists and openly claim that they are stakeholders in the government? That is why government can come out openly, without shame, to support terrorists in Yoruba forests. Let them come to our land and they will see. They say that all the government of Ondo State and others must draw a boundary. Who are the bandits and who are the law-abiding? How can we know? As I'm going there, my phone, when your man all the lizards, all the now lizard, their stomach is almost on the floor. So we don't know which one has belly ache. How do we know? How can you differentiate between a good headsman and a violent terrorist headsman? How can you know? How can you know? I'm asking you. Mietiala is there, remote controlling all your lives. Look at how they installed, after installing Hope, they installed the idiot George Obiozo. George Obiozo was the man that took Hope to the north to go and introduce him as a politician. The same that George Obiozo, he's an intellectual, as they, he fools. Once they give you a degree, they say you're an intellectual. George Obiozo, before you took Hope to the north, did you know that Hope Uzodinma was doing 419 in Lagos? He was a fraudster doing Yahoo in Lagos. Who doesn't know in Imo State that Hope Uzodinma was a fraudster in Lagos? These are the type of leaders that they imposed on our people. Idiots. And we are there, Apex organization, Apex organization, Apex. These are errand boys for the caliphate. That's why BBC is promoting him. That is why they are all promoting. That is what they have always done. Black people are like that. As I told you before, when the British came to stop the eastern advance of the French colonial forces in Benin Republic, in Badagry, basically in Badagry, you know what Britain did? They didn't go to England to go and bring soldiers. They went to Ghana. They recruited Ghanaians, black niggers from Ghana, to come and help them to conquer their fellow niggers in Nigeria. They didn't have to travel very far. That is why I keep saying that the brain of a black man is his greatest impediment. You see, inside this brain, everything a black man is suffering from is here. Inability to reason. Inability to reason. It is the truth that I must tell you. Some may not like it, but of course I will tell you. You cannot, the presidency is telling, you cannot unilaterally push out headsmen. What are they doing in the bushes? In the forest? And they said it's to feed their cattle. Before the white man came, where were you feeding your cattle? Fulani? Where? What was your cattle eating then? They said it's climate change. Of course, it's a lie. You came from very barren, arid Sahel. No rain in Sahel for centuries. It didn't start today. You were able to keep your cattle, you drink the blood and you drink the milk. That's how you survive. Now, what are you doing in Ondo Forest? Our people cannot see because they are blind. People cannot see because they are blind. But we are here to open your eyes. All of them killing themselves over Jonathan presidency. From the so-called Niger Delta or Yoruba that was dying because of Obasanjo presidency. Where are they today? They are still the ones crying that things are not okay. So you think as an Igbo man, if you're there for 8 years, somehow, miraculously, you will change anything? Ironsi tried and they killed him. Use your brain. It was meant to be Alex Ekwueme after Shagari. Buhari overthrew the government in 1983. Some of you don't know history. Rather than allow an Igbo man to become the president, they did a coup. Some of you need to reason very well. Obioso, you claim you went to school, you should be able to use your brain. How can you believe it? People who are foolish, they cannot, because of the Nchonche wild chicken change they give you in Abuja. You don't have a house in Abuja because of that. You are going to suffer and die. Check the people. You've not seen anything yet. You have not seen anything.